West Africa's investment world. This podcast is brought to you by DABA, your most comprehensive platform for investing in African stocks, bonds, and managed funds. You can download the DABA app on your favorite Google and Apple app stores. After a difficult start to the week where the market slipped into the red, the BRVM has rebounded strongly. Indices climbed, top stocks posted major gains, and the bond market showed stability. Let's dive right in together to understand what happened, why it matters, and what it could mean for your portfolio. We begin with the market indices. The BRVM Composite Index, which measures the performance of all listed companies on the exchange, closed at 320.91 points. That represents a daily increase of 1.07%. On a year-to-date basis, the index is now up more than 16%. For investors, this is a clear signal that the region's stock market continues to attract confidence, even in the face of recent volatility. The BRVM 30 Index, which groups the 30 largest companies on the exchange, also moved higher. It closed at 156.01 points, up 1.30% compared with the previous session. Since the start of the year, the BRVM 30 has advanced 12.45%. This tells us that the largest and most liquid companies remain the engine of the market's growth. Looking at the compartments, the BRVM Prestige Index gained 1.11%, while the principal compartment rose 0.56%. In simple terms, this means that both blue-chip companies and smaller listings contributed to the rebound. But what really captured investor attention yesterday were the top gainers, the stocks that delivered the strongest rallies. Leading the way was Sicor Côte d'Ivoire, which jumped 7.30% to close at 3,675 francs CFA. Even though the stock is still down about 8% year-to-date, this rebound highlights renewed interest. For investors, this kind of sharp daily move can be a signal that a company previously overlooked is returning to the radar of traders searching for value. Next, we saw Setao Côte d'Ivoire surge 6.98% to 690 francs CFA. Since the beginning of the year, Setao has gained more than 53%, cementing its place as one of the standout performers of 2025. For those holding the stock, this has been a rewarding journey. For those who stayed on the sidelines, it is a reminder of how industrial companies can outperform expectations in the BRVM environment. Another headline mover was Ecobank Transnational Incorporated Togo, often called ETI. The stock rose 6.25% to reach 17 francs CFA. Now, the price may look small, but the percentage move is very large, especially given the size and liquidity of the bank. This reflects a wave of renewed confidence in the regional banking sector, which is critical because banks provide much of the credit that fuels business growth across West Africa. We also saw a strong rise in TotalEnergies marketing Côte d'Ivoire, up 5.09% to finish at 2,580 francs CFA. Energy stocks remain essential in this market, not only because of fuel distribution, but also because they mirror broader economic activity. When consumers and businesses are spending, energy demand increases, and companies like TotalEnergies benefit. Finally, Compagnie Ivorian d'Electricité, known as CIE, advanced 4.74% to close at 2,010 francs CFA. Utilities are often considered stable, dividend-paying investments, and this move shows that investors expect CIE to continue delivering steady results. For households and entrepreneurs, reliable electricity is not just about daily life. It is also a foundation for business growth. Of course, not every stock was in positive territory. A few names experienced declines, mostly due to profit-taking after strong performances earlier this year. Bernabé Côte d'Ivoire dropped 6.32% to 1,180 francs CFA. And yet, the stock is still up more than 67% since January, which shows just how impressive its long-term rally has been. This correction is likely the result of investors cashing in on gains. Oragroup Togo fell 2.78% to 1,750 francs CFA, while Uniwax Côte d'Ivoire slid 2.68% to 725 francs CFA. These pullbacks are relatively modest when compared to the broader gains we saw across the board. For investors, it's a reminder that not every day is positive, and short-term declines often create entry points for those looking for bargains. Sector performance also tells a story. Public utilities rose 3.29%. Energy stocks gained 2.1%. Telecommunications advanced 1.68%. The financial services index was up 0.78%, showing that banks and lenders continue to draw investor support. When multiple sectors move higher together, it suggests that the rally is broad-based and not limited to just one corner of the market. That is an encouraging sign of strength. Now, let's turn to the bond market. The capitalization of the bond market climbed 4.22%, reaching nearly 10,174 billion francs CFA. This is a huge number and reflects the depth of government and corporate debt available in the WEMU region. Although the volume of transactions was very low, with just 5 bonds traded for a total of about 17.95 million francs CFA. This is not unusual. The bond market in West Africa is dominated by large institutional investors, banks, pension funds, and insurance companies. So trading activity tends to be concentrated in a few big moves rather than frequent daily trades. Among the active securities, we had government bonds from Mali, Senegal, Burkina Faso, and Niger. These included maturities of 8 years and 10 years, with interest coupons ranging between 6% and nearly 7%. For investors, this means steady yields that are significantly higher than what is available in developed markets, while still being denominated in francs CFA, a currency pegged to the euro. A notable development was the first listing of 2 new Ivorian treasury bonds introduced on August 26. One carries a 5.90% coupon with a maturity of 5 years, and the other pays 6% with a 7-year maturity. New issuances like these expand the range of opportunities for investors seeking fixed income and provide governments with capital to finance development projects. So, why does this matter for you as an investor? Because the balance between equities and bonds is crucial. Stocks provide growth potential, as we saw with the spectacular daily gains in companies like Sicor and Setao. Bonds, on the other hand, offer stability, delivering predictable income streams in franc CFA. Together, they allow you to build a diversified portfolio, one that can weather short-term market storms while still capturing long-term opportunities. For a young entrepreneur, bonds might be the safe part of your savings plan, while equities are the growth engine. For a family, bonds can ensure steady returns to cover school fees, while stocks can help grow wealth for future projects. The key is to mix both wisely, and that is exactly where DABA Pro comes in. DABA Pro is the premium subscription that helps you get the best out of investing in Africa. Each week, you'll receive stock recommendations, in-depth research on listed companies, exclusive data, and reduced fees on your trades. With DABA Pro, you're not just following the markets, you are staying ahead of them. That's all for today's episode. Thanks for listening to the DABA Markets Talk podcast. We'll be back tomorrow with another update. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a rating, follow us, and share with friends. Remember, this information is for educational purposes. Always do your own research or consult with a financial advisor before making investment decisions. And download the DABA app on your app store to start investing in African stocks, bonds, and manage portfolios through your phone and find other helpful content. Until next time, keep learning and keep growing your financial knowledge.